Hi guys, it's Dorian. Welcome to another video. I hope you guys are enjoying Endwalker in Final Fantasy XIV. I know I am, and I know a heck of a lot of you are, especially with the new story, new job, new class changes, and especially the crafting. I hope you guys are crafting, guild making, gathering in this new world that Endwalker gave us, especially from this new patch that happened, 6.05. Here on Leviathan, it was huge with a lot of crafters there at Razadhan, getting ready to build the Savage gear set for people who want to do Savage content, because the Savage gear was craftable and be able to be pentamelted. So that's been a lot of a guild sync or guild make for a lot of people, so that's either good or bad. But that besides the point, I want to talk about a video that I talked about months ago, and that is the Resplendent weapons. Now, again, from months ago, I talked about it, of how to achieve it in the Shadowbringers expansion, and based on the comments, it's not worth it. Yeah, you get a little bit of a stat boost from the weapon only, since you only get the weapon, but you needed a lot of luck, really, to achieve really building the materials first in order to get the weapon, and that's already a hassle to begin with, especially with a lot of time that you need to craft 60 final material to achieve getting the weapon. And from that, it was just a waste of time. At that point, you could just be using that time to craft other things that were worthwhile. But now with the new expansion, crafters, all 8 of the Disciple of the Hands got huge things. From the leveling, now you're level 90 from 80, which is huge. You get a couple new moves, albeit with some moves removed, but also a new crafting meld set. With this, I was able to craft all of the level 90, I think the highest is 2-star, all the crafts available, and it's really excited to see I'm able to craft all of these and offer these on the marketplace or give it to my FC or whatever, and it's a lot of fun. Now, with the Resplendent weapon, I think with the meld set and all the boosts that the crafters can get, it's a lot easier to get the Resplendent weapons. Is it 100%? No, sadly. Is it macro available? No. It's still an expert craft, so I don't think macros will work. There is a little bit of luck to be needed, so I wouldn't advise doing macros. However, though, it is a lot easier and a lot more simple than last video to get the Resplendent weapon. So I'm going to show you guys a guide, mainly my thoughts, going through each of the 3 tier sets of making the materials. So I'll go through that and to help you guys out and show you guys my thoughts of building it. So here I have the blacksmith already. It's a really cool one. Let me see if I can show it. But I love the golden bronze-ish aesthetic, the glow, the ring around it. It reminds me of getting a Savage weapon, in a Savage raid, getting a special weapon that not a lot of people have. So I want people to have this, and I know some people do, so I'll show you guys how to get it. So let me show you guys the crafting meld set that I have. Let's use Carpenter because I don't have the crystal, but this is the meld set that I have. It is the expensive one. This is the high tier meld set that's offered in the balance, which is the link in the description below. As you can see from all the items, I have a lot of the level 10 and level 9 materials all here. This was a lot of a guild sync, but it was worth it because I did a lot of crafting. So if you guys have this, it's great. Craftsmanship is 3,347, control is 3,496 with a CP of 571. Do you need the soul crystal? I don't think so. However, though I haven't tested it, I think it's definitely possible. I also think it's possible too with the normal meld set that's offered in the balance. However, though, you don't get that buffer that might help you, so you might fail a little bit of the crafts that you might make. Albeit, you might lose like hundreds of white crafter scripts that you need to buy the materials in the first place. But hey, our goal is to get close to 100% and max quality of all the builds we do. So I say recommend to get the high tier meld sets if you have the gil or have the time to even get the materia. I'm going to be using Weaver to go through all the crafts, and that does have the soul crystal, which does give me more of a buffer with control of 3,516 and CP of 586. We're also going to be eating food and syrup. In this case, we'll be using chili crab, high quality, and high quality cunning craftsman syrup. I know there's a better food out there, which is the tea, tsai, whatever. You can use that, that's fine. However, I'm just going to be using my last expansion food that was best for crafters, so chili crab will do. it's fine. It works well for me. So, and the cut and craftsman syrup is still good. So we're gonna be using these, and I already have the materials available for Weaver. I did craft one already. So this is blacksmith. I have to trade it in. But with the Weaver, if you think you're able to craft 100% of these successfully with the max quality, then all you need is 30 material A's for each class. Because of course, when you get max quality and trade it in, you get double the amount, which is 2 of the materials that you can craft. And of course, from the material A all the way to C, you need 60 final material, and with 30, that's completely fine of the minimum available. However, it could be a couple times you might fail, so do keep in mind that you might need to spend a couple of white crafter scripts. When I say couple, I mean 100 or plus. So, without more talking, let's get on to it. So, let's see here. We're gonna be, I already have the materials, so let's get on to it. I'm just gonna be talking and going through the crafts and showing you guys my process of how to do it. So, let's do it. So, all 3 of these materials follow the same intro. The third one being a little bit different, but they're all pretty similar by itself. We're gonna focus on progress first to get it to its almost max, so that we only need a final move, hopefully with no CP, which will be basic synthesis, to be the finishing move. So our goal is to do that. So we're gonna do muscle memory, manipulation, and veneration. Now, this is where the good... Oh, actually, we have good, but ignore that for a bit. This is where the luck happens. We do want rapid synthesis. We're actually going to be using it even with this good condition, only because it will allow us to get really close to the progress bar. But with this luck, you still want to have 1 rapid synthesis. Luckily, from the past video, you needed 2 to be successful, but really, all you need is 1. And it's really nice to have it with that 500% efficiency. So you could potentially have it fail 3 times to waste this muscle memory. You can save it, but it is hard. Will I reach it? Who knows? But we'll see. But I do recommend, if you didn't have a good condition, you would use rapid synthesis and hopefully have it achieved with the muscle memory and veneration available. However, though, we have a good condition, which means we have the ability to use intensive synthesis. That gives us a 400% efficiency, which is useful. However, though, to really get that close, we could use groundwork, but I want to take my chance and use rapid synthesis. If I had centered, I would definitely use rapid synthesis. It was successful, look at that, and we are very, very close to the progress, which means we only needed a basic synthesis without veneration to be able to complete this. Now we can focus on quality alone. So, from the conditions that we have, I think in material A, this has what is it? Centered, which allows you to give you an increased chance of using increased success rate for rapid synthesis and other things like hasty touch. This has pliant, I believe. Does it have sturdy? I don't remember, but I think that's for this component B. Component B has malleable, which is increased in progress. That's another reason why you don't want to use macros, because you could actually finish the progress if you use a malleable, which really sucks. So be careful with that. Let's talk and let's get to it. So once you reach your progress, we're gonna go for innovation, and we're gonna go through all the quality increases. So this is where I would choose the move based on the condition alone. So for centered, because I have innovation and manipulation, I say go with hasty touch. The goal is to try to get 10 10 inner, what is it called? Let me just remember, inner quiet. The goal is to get 10 inner quiet, so that you're able to use the new move, which is train finesse, which is increased quality at no cost of durability. It's really useful, howbeit with 30, what is it? This is pliant, but 32 CP of train finesse, so it is use a lot of CP, but our goal is to try to reach 10 IQ or inner quiet, so that we can be able to use this and hopefully have enough CP to reach so we can do our finishing move. I think for this one, the finishing move, of course, is innovation, great strides, and Bygrid's blessing. which overall cost us 74 CP. So make sure that once you finish through all of this, when you know that once you can do the finishing move, that you have 74 or more CP left. So we have Pliant. In this case, I'm going to use Prudent Touch. That'll work well. We're going to use keep on doing Prudent Touch so that we can keep our durability intact. So we're going to be using that. Our manipulation is going to be done. We don't have Pliant, so hopefully we can stall some time by using these quality moves so that we can hopefully get a Pliant to use manipulation again. We're going to use Innovation to bring that back up, and we don't have it, so we're just going to keep on Prudent Touching until we reach 5. But luckily, we have a condition of Pliant, so we're able to use Manipulation, and we're going to keep on going Prudent Touch until we can reach an IQ of 10. We have Pliant here, so we're going to use Prudent Touch again. We have Centered. I say even if we don't have the Innovation, we can still save some CP. I'm just going to go with the Hasty Touch to increase that Inner Quiet. That worked. Perfect. We have a good. I wouldn't recommend just going to Innovation. I want to reach my Inner Quiet up to 10 as quickly as possible, so I'm going to use Precise Touch to get 2 stacks. And we got a Pliant. I don't think it's really worth it to use a Prudent Touch. I'm just going to Innovation. And we got another Pliant. So Prudent Touch right here. And we reached 10. Now, here's where we can kind of test ourselves and figure out how we want to plan this. As what I said before, we only need 74 plus CP to do our finishing move of Bygrit's Blessing with Innovation and Great Strides. That itself gives us 4,500, I think it's like 4,600, but 4,500 plus quality. So in my brain, my goal is to just reach like the 10,000 mark and then just be able to use it no matter what, you know? So, and I think we're able to do it with enough CP that we have. So that's our goal here. Now with enough CP, we can definitely use Trained Finesse to help us along the way if we don't want to use much of our durability, which is around the 30 mark. So we might use it if this manipulation is done. So do watch where you go depending on the condition. It's Pliant right now, so I'm just going to use Prudent Touch. Go from there. I have another one. Just go with Prudent Touch so I can save that durability a little bit. I could use Trained Finesse, but with the CP, I mean, yeah, you get 5 plus of Trained Finesse since it doesn't use durability, so you get 5 plus. Either or works, to be fair. I mean, it's your craft. Do how you must. Sturdy, I'm going to use Basic Touch. Usually for Sturdy, I use Basic Touch if I have an Innovation. Here, okay, so we have 254. We're almost at the 10,000 mark. So I think I'm just going to Prudent Touch to reach to 15. So I know I have 2 moves available for me to use so that I reach 0 durability. So I'm going to use another Prudent Touch. I'm at durability of 15. I'm at 10,000, so I'm able to do the finishing moves. So let's do Innovation, Great Strides, Bygrit's Blessing. It's going to reach us to the max. And then just a simple basic synthesis and done. All right, that's component A. So I'm just going to trade this in real fast. That's the wrong one. Sorry, you're going to talk to Limbeth. Resplendent Materials Exchange. We're going to trade this in. I made one from before, so now we're going to make component B. So we're going to follow the same way we did from component A. We're going to do muscle memory. We're going to do manipulation, veneration, and we're going to go, since we don't have a good, we're going to do rapid synthesis. That failed. We're going to do another rapid synthesis, and that's successful. Now, again, if you failed the rapid synthesis 3 times, I kind of just stop completely and just go again while wasting materials. You could try to save it, but it's a little bit of using your brain to figure out if you can make it, and if you don't make it, it's kind of a waste of time. So I just quit and just do the next one. So, but luckily it worked. Now here's where you need to think a little bit. You have malleable. Usually I would do a groundwork. If I didn't have a malleable, it would reach pretty close to here, but if I use groundwork now, it's actually going to pass. So I got to look at the progress here. If I do careful, I reach 980. Okay, I use 980. So I'm going to use a careful synthesis this time with the malleable, and this will get us pretty close. I think this needs either a veneration basic, or I think it just needs a careful synthesis. That does 400. So in this case, I need Careful Synthesis to finish, which means instead of 74 plus CP to finish the move, I need 81 plus CP to do the finishing move, because that will involve Innovation, Great Strides, Biker's Blessing, and then a Careful Synthesis. This still follows the same rule. I do need, with that gives me 4,600 CP, it's not CP, 4,600 quality. So I want to reach around the 10,200 mark. So do keep in mind watching the quality. So we're pretty close here, so we're just gonna Innovation and then keep on going with getting our inner quiet to be to 10 as fast as possible. So we got it good. So we're gonna use Precise Touch immediately. From here we have Sturdy. I usually do Basic Touch most of the time to go for it, just to have that CP saved. We got Normal, so Prudent Touch. Yes, we got Applying from our finishing Manipulation, so we're immediately going to use Manipulation from there. Our Innovation's gone, so let's just use that. And then Pliant, I'm just going to use Prudent Touch since that's the most CP cost. We have a Good. We're going to immediately use Precise Touch right there. Malleable doesn't matter, so we're going to Prudent Touch and Primed. So Primed give us a 2 additional steps if we use a buff. In this case, I might as well, I mean, I have enough CP. I might as well give it for the Innovation they'll be using, so let's use that. I have a Pliant. I don't need Manipulation. I get another Pliant, so could I use Manipulation? I guess I can. Why not? I usually use it if I reach 1 or 0, but if that's 2, reaching Pliant again, don't think I would get another one, so just use it. I have 267, so let's watch that quality and CP control. We need one more Inner Quiet, so we're just going to use one more Prudent Touch. And then from there, oh, we have a Good. So we reach Inner Quiet of 10. Where do we go from here? So we have a lot of Manipulation. We have a good amount of Innovation. From here on, it's definitely okay to use the less CP moves. Use like the combos here, like Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Advanced Touch. Our durability not going to reach down that low. Our goal is to get around 15 or somewhere above 11 or higher of durability, so that we have 2 moves available to do the finishing move. So keep that in mind, while also knowing that you need a CP, in this case 81 plus. So we have a Good. I'm just gonna go. I mean, this guy's 150. Let's just do it. From here, I'm just gonna do a Basic Touch, Standard Touch. Why not? Keep our combo so we can get more of this. We already reached our thing, so we have a Good. I mean, to be fair, I mean, just to show we can use Tricks of Trade, but we are able to do our move right away. So let's do Innovation, Great Strides, Biker's Blessing. And then there we go. I have a Good, so I could just use Intensive Synthesis, but to show you, Careful Synthesis does work. So there you go. Let's get on to do the final one. So, and show it's pretty easy to do it with the meld set. So we're gonna exchange this from here, trade, and let's do it. So yes, we need more progress, more quality, but the intro still stays the same. We're gonna do Muscle Memory. We're gonna do Manipulation, Veneration. The Prime is not really useful. Here, we have a Good, so usually when I have a Good from here, I use Intensive Synthesis so I can get that Muscle Memory guarantee. And Malleable, ooh, this is a bit tough. Usually I would do a Rapid Synthesis and see if it works. Actually, what is this? 2,700, so 5,000. No, that's gonna pass. So we're gonna do a Careful Synthesis here. See where we go from. There. Okay, so we have a Sturdy. So we definitely need more. We need around the 5,000 mark in order to use a Careful Synthesis without Veneration to complete the progress. I think we might need to use 2 Careful Synthesis for this, so we're gonna do that. 470, and then yeah, might as well have to use another. Okay. Hey, on the bright side, we know that instead of using a Careful Synthesis, we only need a Basic Synthesis, so that means that our finishing move will need to have at least 74 plus CP. So that's good. So now let's just focus on quality. So innovation, that sturdy is not going to help us really. It will help us now. Let's use a basic touch to save that CP. Let's get our inner quiet up. Let's use manipulation from that pliance and get that inner quiet up. Prudent touch. Centered. Usually in this case, I focus on saving CP more than the durability. I have a manipulation, so it definitely makes it worthwhile to try a hasty touch. Luckily it worked. Let's use another innovation to get our boost and apply it. Let's use prudent touch. Sturdy, let's use a basic touch. I don't usually follow the combo unless I have another sturdy, so we're gonna keep on doing prudent touch right here to get our inner quiet up. Another one right here. Malleable, not gonna work. Okay, so we're right now a little bit low on the CP side, so I don't know if we're gonna need another manipulation, but we're gonna reach our inner quiet. So instead of using another manipulation or master's men, we're gonna innovation, and then we're gonna just keep on doing prudent touch until, which should be enough to do give us around 11 plus durability, which we need. Actually what we could do is that we can do a combo, because that will use 30 and that will give us the 20, so 20 durability. Let's use the combo here to give us more quality control. So basic touch, sturdy helps, so we're gonna use standard touch, and then advanced touch. This will get us to around 25 durability. Oh, perfect. We have a good. In this case, since I can use a move that will cost 10 durability, that is above 11, so that's fine. So I'm gonna use precise touch there to get that 150 plus efficiency. That works. Now remember, the finishing move will give us around 4,600, so we need to reach around the 12,000 mark. Now this is where I would now use trained finesse. I have a low durability. I need to keep it around 15. So I'm just gonna have to spam trained finesse and hopefully reach around the 12,000 mark. So that's what we're gonna do. In this case, I think I can. I have enough CP to do an innovation, and then just go from trained finesse and get that boost from the innovation here. I have a sturdy to save some CP. Instead of using trained finesse, I can use prudent touch. That will allow us to use like 3 durability, so it gives us 12. So that's good. We're gonna use another trained finesse, and we're at 12,000. Perfect. This is where we can use our final moves. So innovation, great strides, Bagward's blessing, and that should get us to the max. And boom, there you go, a complete max quality component C that will get you 2 final materials. Now, this, from there, it was pretty easy. From the past 2 materials, again, this really matters on the conditions that you get, which is random. But as you can tell, even with those random conditions, I had a lot of CP available as buffer if I had like a bad build of some sort, So this is definitely a lot easier. The component C might be a little bit tricky, but hopefully with a little bit of luck, you're able to get max quality and get that 100% successful build. Anyways, that's it for all. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. I went through it a little bit kind of unstructured, but again, this is more of the thoughts when going through the expert quality, so I hope this helps. This is what I do in my past videos, so I hope this helps for a lot of you. Anyways, enjoy Endwalker, good luck on the Resplendent weapons, and I will